So this one, it's almost who cares about talking about it just because like it's been like for the last 2 years everyone's heard about it.
I can't even believe it's back. I thought it was over.
Yeah, the Jussie Smollett trial. I read like a bunch of articles about what's going on right now, and you're like, he might be like the fucking sickest dude ever. Just the fact that 2 years later he's dying with this lie, like to me, like this is the guy that got booked cheating. And he has all the evidence. He's going full Shaggy.
So he's being charged with what? Just like making a false police report?
So I thought, so it's kind of complicated. So basically he was getting busted for this whole thing, and then he got charged, and then the charges got dropped, and then they were like suing him, the fucking police department suing him. Okay. And there's all these like different components of it, right?
Is this a civil trial that he's like, is he just trying to just not pay money at this point? Or is he
there's like a couple different ones going on simultaneously, but the one that's going on right now I think is the one from the FBI, but don't quote me on that. But the funniest part is like, I was like, so what's his defense, right? And in my mind, I was like thinking it was going to be some complicated thing. And his defense is straight up like, nah, dude. Like,
I didn't lie. I don't know.
They did actually rob me.
Yeah, they did rob me. They did put the noose around my neck. Yeah. And I kept it there.
They screamed MAGA.
This is MAGA country in Chicago.
Yeah, and then...
Get out of here, Jussie.
It's incredible. And... so he's straight up going with like just down with the lie.
I respect it.
And that's what I was like, is part of me is like, is there anyone in his life that he's kind of like, fuck, like, whoa? Or is he gaslighting like the girls in his life? Or like his boyfriend right now, is his boyfriend being like, come on though, really? And he's like, oh, you're against me too? Like,
oh yeah. He's going to his therapist.
But the trial that's going on is fucking incredible because this is, okay, so the first thing that happened was Jussie Smollett's lawyer claims that the judge lunged at her when she asked for a mistrial during this, and she asked for a mistrial because of it.
Yeah.
So she was out there talking, and then he says the judge like made her
flinch. She goes, the judge, oh, 2 shots.
Yeah, made you flinch.
And it was all over because she was like, I guess she was interrogating one of the dudes, and then I guess they got like their text messages and stuff, and then the guy was like calling someone a gaylord. Like these were like they were like, so you were making like homophobic slurs, and he's like, no, like, you know, it was just like joking around, like calling someone a gay. So they're saying, and then they're trying to use it as proof to be like, yeah, because of these texts, you did all this stuff.
That's what they're trying to say, that one of the guys. So they go, the first thing is, so he hired a lawyer that's basically the same as him, where he comes out and the lawyer, and he's like, everyone jump me. And then the lawyer's like, I'm getting fucking jumped too. They're against their whole team, right?
Imagine a mistrial. Like you go, look, this whole case should be thrown out because the judge lunged at me. Like how those two things are.
The judge has to throw out his own case.
No, and the judge is like, what are you? He's like, that's like, the judge even said, he goes, what is like world are you living in where you think that I'm going to declare a mistrial? Like, how are you even asking
he
for
goes,
this?
You're
because
right.
you think I lunged at you?
And he goes, yeah, you're right. I did do that. You're right.
Like, imagine you're the fucking
yeah, you're fair.
My bad. You know, I'm always lunging. And
I got spatial issues. I never know if I'm getting in people's personal space.
I just fucking see red sometimes. You know, I'm sorry. Fucking yeah, no. Anyway,
you got a stress ball. Being like, I'm sorry.
That's what it was. And so basically, they're trying to say that I just love the fucking, it reminds me of fucking the OJ trial sketches where the lawyer goes, point to who did it, and then he ducks. The sketch where they go, because their whole thing is they go, the guys that did it are homophobic. They go, so the person, Walker, who's his lawyer, girl lawyer he went with.
Yeah. Girl lawyer.
She seems like kind of like a female Jackie Childs.
A little bit. That's what, that's exactly what it is. It's like Jackie Childs. She also produced a text exchange from Smollett's alleged accomplice where he referred to a person as a fruit and a gaylord. So so basically, and then the judge was kind of like, what does this have to do with anything? Because they go, he basically says 2 white guys put a noose around me, the whole thing. They were like, he paid us to do it. He gave us $6,000. We have the transfer. And then then the lawyer gets up and she goes, well, if that's all true, why did you come to someone of fruit in 2006?
Totally. You go,
this guy who cut you off in traffic, you screamed a homophobic slur.
Okay, so you say that Jussie Smollett gave you $6,000 to beat him up. Well, if that's true, I have a fucking transcript. of you in high school calling someone a Gaylord.
Can we pull up the Facebook post from 2007, please? Facebook post from 2007.
Yeah, they like bring in some kid who he bullied when he was like fucking 11 years old to be like, he called me a Gaylord.
He called me a
The
fudge.
judge is like, I've heard enough. I declare a
Fudge
mistrial.
packer. Do not use the word fudge packer in this court, please.
That's what he's basically saying. He goes,
Fruit is not even... He was like, I said I was hungry for some fruit. And they're like, no.
I mean, the best scenario in the world would be if all of this actually happened and there are these two white guys who are just sitting back watching this whole thing with fucking cigars.
Yeah. just
This is the
some
best shit ever. We got away with it. These
just some dive bar.
They go, not only do we hate black people and gay people and we fucking did this to this guy, but now we're fucking over these other two black guys.
Dude,
you know, this is like this is winning so hard for them. They're like, look, we're fucking everybody over right now.
That's Charlie Sheen numbers. Yeah.
Oh, this is like insane. Like they're best case scenario.
They go, the guy whose name is very hard to pronounce, pretty solid name though, Alabinjo Asandarindio or something like that. He goes, he told the court that he wasn't a homophobe, like Jussie's lawyers claimed he was, and then he'd worked at a bouncer as a gay club, and he testified that in 2015 he dressed up as a Trojan warrior and went out to Pride handing out condoms and flexing.
Yeah. You know his lawyer was like, we got to bring up the fact that you dressed as a Trojan.
I
And he's
know.
like, is there any way we don't have to bring this up?
That's exactly what I was
He's like,
thinking.
Yeah, can I please not use
he's
this
like,
as my defense?
Yeah, he's like, I just needed to make rent that 1 month.
Your
and
Honor,
so-
how could he be homophobic? He is a fruit himself.
Yeah. And isn't there another thing where they jerked each other off in a bathhouse or something?
That's what they said.
not.
No,
No,
I
there's
swear.
not.
I'm not. It's the wildest trial.
It's like has nothing to do with anything. He's like I jerked off a guy once.
Like their final defense too is they like bring him up and they make him just like kiss a dick and they go,
Yeah.
see, he didn't fucking recoil at all. He liked it.
He's not homophobic, Your Honor. So therefore, Jussie Smollett
A
is
homophobic
guilty.
person would have recoiled in disgust when they kissed this person's penis.
Jussie Smollett's lawyer is fucking him. He's like, Alabanjo.
I love the idea of his lawyer going, listen.
That's what it is.
Go home this weekend, pull up the gayest stuff you've ever done. Just ring around, ask your friends, what was the gayest thing you've ever done? Just give me all the evidence of
He's
you
like,
being...
I don't know if he goes, think. He's like, this is your fucking life on the line here. And he goes, I don't know.
He's like, yeah, I went to Adele once. Is that? He's like, not good enough. Not good enough.
It's like, I've been to Adele. I'm not gay. He goes, neither am I.
Did you ever go shirtless for Halloween? I need something like that. Give me something. He's like, I blew a guy once.
Oh, he really is. He basically was forced to come out of the closet.
It's so funny.
Isn't that great? Dude, I'm telling you, because he was basically the fucking lawyers in his face. And it doesn't even really that relevant. He's like, listen, I have the transcript of him, or like the bank receipts of him giving me the $6,000. We have all of the things, like basically everything checks out on our case. And they're like, but it'd really help if you sucked a cock.
Yeah. Also, more importantly, it's just like, the story makes no sense to any fucking like critical thinking person. You go like, none of this adds up. So this is obviously like what happened. Like the fact that you're like going down with it, you're like,
I respect that he's going down with it.
like he's still saying these two, like it's the OJ thing. He goes, they're the real fucking people are still out there.
Yeah.
Like Jussie Smollett in 10 years.
No, Jussie Smollett's saying it's them. And listen, I don't know if you.
Oh, he's now saying there wasn't the white guys.
Okay, you ready for this? This is why so that when they said, well, then why did you say they were white to the cops? And his answer was because he thought that they were doing whiteface. So and then they posted a photo. They found a photo where this guy dressed up as whiteface, like he did white for like a Halloween costume or something like that once. And they were like, look at this guy, can't stop painting his face white. But imagine a black guy with his face painted white.
But not only that, but it's like these two
like white chicks.
Well, white chicks might be passable. It was a legitimate guy with white paint on his face.
And he has to
But it's
answer
like
for this
it's
again.
two people he knows. It's like
And he knows them.
two jacked Nigerian guys
Yeah.
who you're friends with.
But their
and then
faces
they
are
go,
white.
they put a little white face on. It's like fucking Superman shit where it's like the glasses are on. You're like, I have no idea who
Do
this
they have
is.
like are they like Nigerian, like heavy Nigerian accent where they're like, put this noose around
think
your
so,
neck?
they are,
He's
yeah.
like, just some white guy comes up and goes, put this noose around your neck.
yeah, with like a
He's like,
Nigerian accent.
what a MAGA accent this guy has.
So yeah, his story doesn't. And then the guy, because he still says he's not gay. That's the other thing, right? So he goes, yeah, I'm not gay, but I'm not homophobic. And it's like, they're like, well, you're
Which
sort of
one
homophobic.
is it?
No, because that's what he said. He goes,
I'm sorry.
Can only be one of them.
red pill, blue pill.
he goes, yeah, he testified that he dressed up. She's like, I'm not gay, but yes, I dressed up with my shirt off and handed out condoms at the gay pride parade. And then Jesse's attorney suggested that Jussie had a sexual relationship with him, the other guy, and the pair masturbated together in bathhouse.
Wow. Jesse's just spilling the beans, isn't he?
I'll tell you what's happening.
He's like, you're not gonna come at me? You're not gonna... He's like, gossip. He's just a
Right.
classic gay gossip guy.
Jussie is saying to him, like, hey, you know what I mean? There's lots more where that comes from unless you just admit that you did it.
Oh, I just remembered the other guy fucked me in the ass, actually. No, yeah. No, I just remember that. Yeah.
And so they're basically outing him, which is it's a catch-22 essentially. It's like you have to prove that you're innocent, but like you're also
It
now
seems
everyone's gonna
like
know you're
someone
gay.
needs to just be like the Jesse going, stop, this is serious. And he's like, no. He's like, this guy fucked me. And he's like, no, this is
Yeah.
a thing now. Stop it, Jesse, please. And he just keeps fucking...
This guy sucked my dick and he was wearing whiteface and he put
Yeah.
a noose around my neck.
And he's like, these were your friends? He's like, yeah, they were my friends, but it turns out they're homophobic. It's
I'm sure
well,
like the attorneys too are like, I can't believe we make $500 an hour to just do this right now. Just be
It's
involved in
madness.
this
Making more than
nonsense
that.
or whatever.
This is like some sort of thing that, like, it's like children reenacting a court case or something. Where it's
This would be a fun one to be on the jury for.
They're just
too.
making shit up as they go along, and they go, yo, he has cooties and shit. And then the guy has to come out and is like, I don't have cooties. It's like, what's this got to do with anything?
Oh man, if I was a juror on this, I'd just be like, yeah, my mind's been made up for the entire time.
I'll be tough to find an impartial juror on this bad boy.
Yeah, someone who's missing a brain.
Well, so the girl, yeah, because there's lots of good factors. There's the whole undertone of like everyone's calling everyone gay, but then on top of that, his girl lawyer who keeps accusing the judge of microaggressions, essentially, the lady lawyer. She goes,
the snarling
Walker. She goes, was reported close to tears after the judge rejected her motion that there should be a mistrial. So she started crying basically.
Imagine a guy lawyer. You go, I demand a mistrial. I don't like how you kind of lunged, and then they're like, I'm not giving you a mistrial, and just like breaks down in tears.
I don't know why you're being so nasty about it.
Yeah.
But like, imagine if you're like a lawyer and you got to be like, yeah, I'm not fucking hiring the lawyer who broke down in tears in a courtroom because of like not getting your way with a judge.
Yeah.
You're like, that's like the most unprofessional shit.
Well, you want to hear even some more unprofessional shit?
Yeah.
So after that happened, I'm telling you, this thing's great. After that happened, she wanted her mistrial. She started on tears. And then she left the courtroom with her mother, who was also in attendance.
Oh.
So the lawyer's mom was there for some... Why is the lawyer's mom in
she goes,
attendance?
she's in the back. She goes, you can do it. I'm proud of you. It's just for support.
Support.
Like when your mom comes to fucking...
If you were a lawyer and your mother shut up, you're like, get the fuck out of here, mom. It's so
like, why are
boring.
you here?
There's cameras here.
Crazy that her mom's at the fucking...
Yeah. Oh, great out. You look great. Yeah, just
Yeah.
like not even paying attention to it. And she just goes, you look great up there.
She goes up there and she goes, you lunged at me, and the guy goes, I'm not. And she goes, and then she has to go hug her mom.
Yeah, the mom's at the back. She goes, you lunged. I saw the lunge. And he goes, order in the court. And she's going fucking insane.
Yeah, the mom was mean mugging the judge the whole time.
Okay, so this is the next...
Kissing her teeth.
But look, the picking the lady lawyer is just like, look, we're losing anyway. Just fucking get up there. You know, it's like throwing in that like retard kid off the fucking bench at the last game of the season. You go, what have we got to lose? Come on. Jussie.
It's fucking 10-0, and you got pop on there, play center. Who cares?
Why not? Yeah. Do whatever. Say the guy wore white face. I don't care.
And then she's just throwing Hail Marys. Say the guy, well, maybe the two guys. Well, why did you say these two black guys are white people? You ever heard of paint? But he knows the guys. Yeah. They have accents, though. And it's like, yeah, well, maybe they fucking were faking that they were doing them.
They were doing white guy accents.
They were doing white guy accents.
Do you think that's like one of the fucking, like, you know, how lawyers will do like these tricks to kind of win their case, and they bring them in like in white paint? And he goes, can you point out who was there? And he's like looking around. He goes, I don't Oh, these guys, like, they don't, like, just fools them so badly.
They're bringing in different white paint guys too, and they go, so this is even better. The brothers in Smollett also sent himself a letter to the Fox studio where Empire is filmed a week before the attack. If he did, he faces another 5 to 10 years in prison for a federal mail charge fraud. So basically this one, he sent the Fox studios a letter, and it was like, we want to kill. Hey, we're gonna kill this queer Jussie Smollett.
Oh, but they're saying Jussie sent it.
No, so in addition.
Yeah.
So he didn't just hire the guys. He was really dead set on his hate.
Wait,
crime.
hold on a second. It's a crime to send letters saying you're gonna kill people?
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Once
I gotta go.
His ex-girlfriend fucking gonna have a case now, isn't she?
I didn't know you can't fucking like send letters to movie studios saying you're gonna kill certain actors you don't like.
Really?
It's amazing too, because like 5 million people sent letters to the White House being like, I want to kill the president. And people are like, yeah, you can just put that in the incinerator. We're not going to do anything about that.
I did that with the cerebral palsy kid in Breaking Bad. I wrote in, I was like, get this guy off the screen. I go, honestly, dude, you've left me no choice.
That was such a different era.
Yeah, I'm asking you nicely now. The next time you won't even. I won't knock. I won't be so polite.
An able-bodied guy, fucking. That guy doesn't actually have cerebral palsy.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does.
Oh, he does. Doesn't
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
I thought he was
I think
playing.
he does.
Oh,
They've had people. That used to be how you get an Oscar back in the day.
My left foot, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, and the dude who played fucking.
I Love You, Mary.
The Stephen or Hawking, right?
Yeah, you play a silly man. That used to be the code.
The silly man, is that what you call it? That's a Hollywood code for spaz.
It's a bit of a silly role.
I need more of a silly.
Yeah, but have you ever played a silly role before? And yeah, so they said it was and you know what, the other thing that was funny is the cut and like those articles, those places were writing articles, because I was looking at a lot of articles about this, and there was like tons of articles being like the mentality of why would anyone try to fake a hate crime, and it was like, really, after all this, you guys still don't get why?
Yeah, what's the incentive for a hate crime?
Attention.
For faking.
Likes.
Well, yeah, they wrote all these articles being like, what's the incentive for the hate crime? And it's like, yeah, you don't really get it. Why the riches that would come with this?
I mean, if it was real, you literally go from a supporting actor to like, hey, we're going to give you your own spin-off as the star of your own show.
Just lead roles.
Yeah, lead roles.
Yeah.
You're the new Tom Hanks.
But what did that letter say? And it was just like, hey, it was like, and it was clearly like a 5 a.m. coke binge orgy
Poppers.
All of his ideas are
a lot of poppers.
I imagine all of his ideas where he's naked with other men, and they're all just fucking nuts, and they're just like, write a letter, yeah, and they're just like coked out of their head, fucking each other. It's like wild.
That's exactly what it was. It was at the bathhouse, jacking each other off. It's like, this is the fucking move.
Yeah, I think it's still to this day going.
Apparently, too, the two black dudes went up to him, and this is what alleged. I can't remember where this came from, but basically they said, hey, we'll say it was us and do the time if you pay us like a crazy amount of money. Like, we'll do the 5 years and agree that we did actually do this to you, but it's gonna fucking cost you big. And apparently he was like, what are you talking about? I've never met you before. Like you know what I mean? He's like, you got the wrong guy, motherfucker.
They didn't.
That was probably a misstep for them.
That was bad. Yeah.
He thinks he's still going down. These think they're still going down for it. But that's the thing. The gay men thing, he's black too, which is solid. But the gay men are sort of, it's not that high of a thing on the totem pole anymore.
No. Like there's not a lot of persecution for it anymore. Like they're not.
The gay men, it's very similar to the Jews thing when someone tries to be like, oh, because I'm Jewish, like anti-Semitic or homophobic. You're like, yeah, no one's homophobic. No one cares. You know this. No one gives a shit.
Yeah.